St. Lucia has a volcano, botanical gardens, beaches, boat rides, and a small town with a market and a church. And the rainforest has 3 activities.
They also do a zip line at night called a Luna, and apparently on every platform you see a tarantula.
We're in the beautiful port of St. Lucia. As you can see, it's very picturesque. It's a mountainous island with a rainforest, and we're off to find the volcano and the hot springs.
Just before we take you off to the volcano or the rainforest, and we'll do both, there's a trolley train, a nice little town. You can walk to quite a close beach or get the bus. So let's show you around first.
This square was renamed the Derek Walcott Square on the 23rd of January in 1993. Derek Walcott was a poet, playwright and painter, and he won a Nobel Prize, and he was born in St. Lucia. Their other Nobel Prize winner, Sir William Arthur Lewis. 60% of the people in St. Lucia are Roman Catholic, and this church behind me can take 2,000 people. Between the square, the church and the ship is City Hall and the market. A stone's throw from the ship we found the church, the square, and now we're going to look at the market.
St. Lucia has a dock that's over a mile long. It can take ships as big as the Oasis and 5 ships at a time, so it can be busy. The town is small, the market is small. The beach that's nearby is quite a walk to get round the airport, or you can get a bus. A trip to the volcano is lengthy, and the botanical gardens is on the way, so it might be wise to get both of those done, but make sure you get back in time to get to the ship.
This is very pleasant. You can have a sit in the shade and just enjoy the port.
Sandals La Toc Beach is about 10 minutes away in the other direction by road. This one we're walking to, we got a bus back. This is called Vigie Beach.
If you want the beach, don't be tempted to turn left by the bay. You've got to walk up to the roundabout and turn left by the airport. So, from the runway, you go down to the roundabout, walk all the way around, come down here to the beach. It's a beautiful Caribbean beach. It's worth the walk, but allow time because it's a long way. Not only is it a gorgeous beach, there's natural shade from the trees, so you don't even have to hire a sunbed. We're heading back, unfortunately. It's a shame you can't just run across the runway because the ship really is just over there. This is the cruise terminal where you'll land in St. Lucia. When you arrive in St. Lucia, you will get hustled and promised tours and water trips. The first price is not necessarily the best price, nor the second. It's a good idea to ask at the tourist information for a guide as to what to pay.
There are all the usual local trinkets, fridge magnets and jewellery on sale.
Some tips on what to watch for on the trip to the volcano. The Botanical Gardens is on the way, and when stopping there, some people are tempted to take a saltwater bath, which means they'll take a bit longer. You maybe take a towel. At the volcano, there's a mud bath. It's more messy. They will need to shower, and again, you need a towel. These people can make you late for the ship, especially if they're not on your ship.
Some will only bear one fruit. Once you cut the fruit, it will never give you another fruit. All you do, you chop it down like you see here, and the one next to it, which is called the follower, replaces it. Yeah. You know? So it's one fruit per plant. So by the time this one will be ready, there's another one to replace it. So it's like a cycle. It's like a cycle.
The beaches are white sand and clear sea, typical of the Caribbean.
We're en route to the springs and the volcano, and this is a $1 washroom stop. We're nearly there. This stop's called Canaries, and behind me is a fantastic view of the town.
Another way to get to the volcano from Castries is by boat. but you don't get to stop at these places along the way.
Behind me are the piétons. They were formed by a volcanic eruption and are one of the sights to see in St. Lucia.
We're now going to stop off at the Botanical Gardens.
I buy one of these every Christmas and it always dies. Nice to see it in its natural habitat.
We stopped here at the Botanic Gardens, but there's a separate film to cover that, and you can find it on the Doris Visits playlist.
This is the datura tree, also known as the angel's trumpet. It says that its flowers have psychoactive properties and the experience is that of mystical flight. You have an out-of-body sensation, it says, but be warned because it's extremely toxic and there is no plant more associated with magic, witchcraft and shamanism. Wow. Looks so harmless. This is an active volcano and all the mountains around it are the rim, so this could erupt.
The water comes from directly on the ground and that temperature is 115 degrees Fahrenheit, 45 Celsius. And the type of volcano we're in, it is called a caldera. The area used to be a cone-shaped mountain. Because of all the heat and the pressure, the actual crater could not sustain itself. Within 32 to 39,000 years ago, this crater imploded into the magma chamber. So this caldera is not only here but covers approximately 12 square kilometers, which is 7.5 miles in diameter.
So this is the crater in the volcano. It absolutely stinks of bad eggs, but that's supposed to be good. What the problem comes when the smell goes away and then the volcano is about to erupt.
So if you see I'm running, you follow. The unpleasant smell, the rotten egg smell you are welcome by, it is called hydrogen sulfide H2S gas. That is very poisonous where the concentration is very low. That is why we're smelling rotten eggs. Higher concentrations, that gas is odorless. It gets heavier than air, taking away oxygen from your body, and that can kill you instantly. Like what happened in the city of Pompeii in Italy. So having the smell is good. No smell, it is bad. This is where they apply them all over. The waters here are proven to be good for the skin and the joints. It's good for eczema, mosquito bites, rheumatism, sunburns, acne. We also call these waters the fountain of youth.
We're on our way back to the ship. Some of the party took a dip in the fountain of youth. I didn't fancy the journey back wet and smelly, but they said their skin felt wonderful.
We had a little rainfall last night, so the rainforest is a little wet and also very slippery. Number one things, please do not pick up anything from the forest floor. The hike is about 3 hours long. We're going to be going 1.25 miles in, 1.25 miles back down.
There are 3 activities here. There's the skyline, which doesn't take any effort. There's the zip line, which is going to take a lot of adrenaline. And there's the hike, which is going to wear you out. The guides are very knowledgeable and you can ask them anything.
Yes, it is a fruit. This is just a small version of it right now. It gets like 4 or 5 times the size of this. Drink like a smoothie. Yes. So that's star fruit, carambola, 5 cream. Ficus ends up with a hollow center. Slowly, it starts to close up and then looks like a normal huge tree growing there.
These trees and their roots wrap around anything. Remember the day of the Triffids?
The water in the ravine is being collected and it goes to community in Barbano. So this is where Barbano they get their water from. They treat the water and then that water is being distributed in our pipes in our home.
Adrenaline Zipline 6 starts here and goes right down there. But by the time you've reached this point, you may wish that you'd taken the zip line instead of the hike.
There are several varieties of snakes in the forest, which is why I've been looking down a lot of the time, because there's a boa constrictor and a poisonous one, so it makes me a bit nervous.
There are 18 sky lifts on a loop, so when one stops at the bottom, the others all stop, giving the guide a chance to explain the flora and fauna.
They're gondola area tram. It's a tour as well. So they get to pass through all 5 layers apart from the ravine. After that, they get to go through walk. So that tour is about an hour. You go 1.25 miles in, 1.25 miles back down. But if any emergencies, on the trail, walk the Jaco trail, we have no other choice to put her on the area, trying to go down. No smoke.
However tired you get, don't be tempted to lean on a tree and shake it, because some of them have ants in and they'll fall down and get inside your skin. But you can get them out with alcohol, so.
This is the top station for the air gondolas. We've actually climbed up 1.5 miles.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's a lovely view.
Here is better, son. Here is better.
Hopefully, the way down will be easier.
There are 3 things you can do here. There's the hike, there's 2 zip line experiences, one with 8 lines and one with 9 lines, or there's an airway so you can see the rainforest. There are great facilities, ample toilets, there's a cafe and a shop. All in all, it's a brilliant experience. Great bar, music and steaming ice to keep you cool. Welcome to the rainforest island of Dominica.
But then in 1690, the French came in. And then in 1726, the British came in.
It's hot, you're going to need a hat.
President's Palace, Queen Victoria Memorial Building, the Parliament Building, the Cathedral. Then I go to Monbrose.
We're in the Monbrose area, and this was the British area, the area occupied by British troops. Behind me is the capital city, Roseau.
Then I go into the Botanical Gardens.
As you can see, it is stunningly beautiful here.
And then I do the twin waterfalls, the Trafalgar Falls. Okay, if you notice, it's in the tropical rainforest.
So we call it chuk chuk. You pour boiling water on this and drink it.
It's a natural medicine.
Unsweetened too.
There are a lot of natural herbal medicines in the forest. The old people know about this, and when I say old, one has just died at 128. Wow. We're on the viewing platform of the falls. It's a great view. If you want to climb,